Greetings from Southview Middle School. This is Paul Andrus, 8th and 9th grade counselor here at Southview. This screencast will give you all the information you need to register for 9th grade for next year, 2014-15. Our first stop on the journey will be the Southview webpage. You'll see under Quick Links, Registration Information. When we click on that link, it will bring us to this page, which has all the information that you need under Incoming 9th Graders. The registration worksheet, a sample schedule and course descriptions, parent input form if you'd like to give us special information, and a SchoolView registration guide in case you need more detailed information than I am giving you on this screencast. We're going to click over to Registration Worksheet, which brings us to this page. All students, all 8th graders, will be meeting on February 20th during advisory for a presentation I'll be doing in the theater, where they'll get a hard copy of what we're currently looking at. Whether students use the form they're given that day or you print it off of our website, we'd ask that you fill out the same information, student name, phone, especially parent email address. We work on the schedules over the summer, and if a course ends up getting dropped, we want to be sure that we can contact you about that. Moving down the form, you'll see step 1 is to log into your SchoolView account. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. Step 2, all students will take the two following classes, Advisory and Pre-AP English 9. Each of those has a 6-digit number associated with them, Advisory 092825 and so forth. You'll be entering these numbers into your SchoolView registration account, and I'll go over that in just a few minutes. All students will enter these two numbers. Then in step 3, that's where you begin making choices. Your first choice will be which economics class to take. In the last several years, all students have taken Economics 9. You can find the description for that class on the website. Next year, a new class will be offered, Economics 9 Blended. If you want to know more about that class and whether you're an appropriate candidate for that class, go to this link, and it will bring you to a very detailed description of the class and a profile of the students who might be most likely to be successful in this class. As we look down to the next option, it's our math course choice. If you've been in algebra this year as an 8th grader, you'll be choosing geometry. If you're in geometry this year as an 8th grader, you'll be choosing advanced algebra. And if you've been in advanced algebra this year as an 8th grader, you'll be choosing AP Stats and Trig. Coming further down the page, the science choice is next. The 9th grade science course is physics, and this one also has an enriched option. Same thing, if you are choosing or thinking about the enriched option, you need to go to this link not only to see what the course is about, but also to become fully registered by filling out a short survey. One thing to note about Enriched Physics 9 is that all students are welcome to take it. The data in the past has been that students who are in accelerated or double accelerated math tend to have an easier time with the math because they're not learning the math at the same time as the physics. Next course, Social Studies course. You need to choose one of these, Regular Government or AP, U.S. Government. The AP is an advanced placement class. It's a college level class. Same thing here. In order to become fully registered for that class, if that's what you're considering, click onto the link here and you'll be directed to both a description and a survey. Scrolling down the page, we see the World Language course choice. If you started one of your the world languages in 6th grade, the 9th grade level is 2B. Chinese, French, Latin, and Spanish, 2B. If you haven't taken a language up until 9th grade, the two choices for beginning would be German 1A and Spanish 1A. Those are both beginning level languages. If this year is an 8th grader, you just began Spanish at Spanish 1A. The course you'll be taking next year is Spanish 1B. Now, there are many students who, because they're in special education, ESL, lit skills, or other intervention classes, do not take a world language. Those students will check that box. Now, moving to the back page, step 4. You'll see in the instructions for step 4 that you choose a total of 4 credits, and then you'll enter those courses into SchoolView. For some of you, this will be very simple, and for others of you, it will be a little bit more complex. We do recommend, because both Phi-Ed and Health are required to graduate from high school, from Edina High School, we recommend that you consider taking those in 9th grade. For most of you, that will be very easy to fit into your schedule. I'll talk in a minute about the very few of you for whom it may not be. So we would suggest that you would take Phi-Ed for 1 credit of the 4, and Health, another credit of the 4th, so then you're down to 2. If then you are in band, boys or girls choir, or orchestra, those are each worth 2 credits, so that would bring you to the total of 4 credits. If you checked, for instance, band, then 1, 2, 3, 4 credits would be taken, and you'd be completed with this part of the form. If, on the other hand, you choose to take Phi-Ed and Health, that would still be 2, but you're not in a music organization, and you wanted to take art and drama, for instance, that would fill up your 4 credits. Or, if you took Phi-Ed and Health and engineering, which is also worth 2 credits, that would again complete your 4 credits. The only place where this becomes a little bit more complex is, let's say you're in a performing music organization, band, choir, or orchestra. That would be 2 credits, and you also want to take the Introduction to Engineering Design class, which is also 2 credits. That means that your 4 credits are taken, there's no more room during your school day, and that means that Phi-Ed and Health are not available to you in 9th grade. What you'll see on the form is that if you don't take those in 9th grade, you'll need to take them in 10th through 12th grade, or take them online. I have information about that, which I'll share with students on the 20th, parents on the parent meeting on the 20th, and I also have available in my office if you need to contact me via email. So after you've gotten your 4 credits completed, then we want to come over to this box, which is a box that in the event that we can't offer, say, one of these classes because there was not enough enrollment and we need to drop you from that class, we want to be able to place you into an alternative class. So we would ask that in order of your preference, you list 3 alternatives from this list over here that you'd be willing to take if we can't get you into one or more of your first choice electives. Also, if you're interested in the AVID class, the explanation for AVID is again in the course descriptions on the website, but it's important to note that students who register for AVID will go through an interview process with the AVID committee before being selected for AVID. As we move to the end of the page, this form does need to be signed by a parent or guardian, will be turned into students' advisory teachers on or before February 26th. Our next step along the way will be to look at how to register in SchoolView. When you go into SchoolView, and you're accustomed to this if you've been in SchoolView, you will select a student if you have more than one student in the district. And that will bring you to this page. You'll see somewhere on the page a link for registration. Click the link for registration, and that will bring you to this page, the actual registration page. On this page, you'll enter all of those 6-digit numbers in this box one at a time. And I'm going to just do the first couple. First one being advisory on your sheet, which is 092825. You'll see a drop-down menu that comes up with advisory. Click on that and you'll see that it has been added successfully and it's one of your requests. The second one, which everyone takes, is Pre-AP English, 091505. Click on the box and it's added to your set of choices. Now moving down to the next one, Econ, I'm going to put in 092012. I see, okay, there's Econ. Wait a minute, that's the wrong one. That's the blended. It says B, that's the blended class. I don't want that, so I'm going to click on that class and simply hit delete, and then I can go back and put in 092010. That's the regular Econ class, and that's how you delete classes, add classes, and so forth. So this list will be quite full of about around 16 different classes. Once you've got all your classes in there, then you move over to one of these two links. Mysteriously there are two, since they are exactly the same and do the same function. You click on one of those links and it will bring you to this page. You'll be able to review all of the courses that you have registered for. If you've made a mistake, you can go back and correct your mistakes. If it looks like you've got everything in there that you're supposed to have, you can go over to Confirm Requests. And that will take you to this page. Once again, you can check those all out. It gives you an option to print those courses. It also asks for a parent signature, but we're not going to be collecting this form. This is just for your records if you'd like to keep a copy of what you registered for electronically. So that would complete your registration. Just a reminder, going back to the registration form, that these forms need to be signed, turned into Advisory Teacher on or before February 26th. If you do have further questions, please first consult the materials that I showed you earlier on the Southview website. But if you just can't find the answer to your question, feel free to email me at paul.andrus@edinaschools.org. I hope you have a great day. I hope you found this immensely entertaining. Well, actually, I hope you got the information you wanted. Take care.